What if your AI chatbot, the one you chat with, started encouraging, well, not just soothing, but maybe even potentially delusional thinking? And what if then someone built an AI specifically designed to stop that from happening?
Welcome to the deep dive. Yeah, this is where we unpack the fascinating, sometimes surprising, and a truly groundbreaking stuff happening in AI right now.
That's right. And for you, our listener, our mission is pretty straightforward. We're here to cut through all the noise, pull out those key insights, and give you those aha moments so you feel genuinely plugged in, without getting totally overwhelmed.
Today, we're going to take you on a journey through some really pivotal AI shifts. We're starting with AI's kind of surprising and sometimes, let's be honest, problematic role in mental health support. Then we'll pivot to some quick-fire AI highlights from, well, all over the place. And finally, we'll dive into this incredible scientific breakthrough, something that could really redefine cancer treatment.
All right, let's start unpacking this first one. We've been hearing a lot about something called ChatGPT's psychosis, and it sounds pretty serious. Sam Altman himself, OpenAI CEO, he put out a stark warning, basically said using a general tool like ChatGPT as a therapist is bad and dangerous.
Right.
Think about it. You type in something simple like I'm anxious,
Yeah.
and maybe it gives you, I don't know, 3 soothing tips, tells you it's normal, feels okay in the moment maybe, but does it actually help you, grow? Or does it just kind of keep you where you are, maybe even gently nudging you somewhere less grounded if you're not careful?
And that's exactly where something like Ash AI comes in. It's being presented as a really compelling alternative. This isn't just, another general chatbot. Ash is explicitly built for therapeutic interaction. And it's already pulling in serious money, raised $93 million from top VCs like A16's, DA6Rs, Andreessen Horowitz, and Felicis.
Wow, $93 million.
Yeah. And Ash's whole approach is fundamentally different. It's not built to be a digital yes man, just validating everything you feel. Instead, it's engineered to gently nudge you toward actual emotional progress. So if you say, I'm angry, Ash won't just go, okay, anger is valid.
Hmm.
It might ask something challenging, like why is anger bad? It's there 24/7. And apparently they've got over 50,000 beta users already. It's really about challenging you to think differently, not just making you feel comfy.
It's really fascinating why Ash is popping up right now, isn't it? The reality is tools like ChatGPT just sort of became the world's most accessible therapist, almost by accident. People started turning to them for emotional support.
Without really thinking about the risks.
Exactly. And that, as we're seeing, has sometimes been problematic. It can encourage what some researchers are calling delusional thinking,
Yeah.
leading to this idea of AI brain rot. Like prolonged, unguided chats with a general AI could kind of warp your perception. And Sam Altman also warned separately, huge point here, there's zero confidentiality when you use ChatGPT for personal stuff. People often miss that.
Yeah, huge privacy issue. And what's really unique about Ash is its philosophy. Unlike those general AI models, it doesn't want you to rely on it forever. It's designed to be more of a catalyst, not a permanent crutch. Think of it less like a constant chat buddy and more like a super smart journal that talks back at 2 a.m., offers insights, guides your thinking.
Okay.
But crucially, it's supposedly programmed to know when to say, hey, this is getting deep. You need to talk to someone real. The goal is real growth, lasting growth,
that.
not just fleeting good feelings or, surface level advice. It wants to empower you to move forward on your own eventually.
So if we boil this down then, the key difference between just chatting with ChatGPT versus a specialized AI like Ash, it sounds like one just kind of soothes you while the other actually challenges you to grow. Is that the core idea?
Exactly. One comforts, the other cultivates genuine change.
That's a really powerful distinction because I think, honestly, a lot of us, myself included, have probably used general AIs for quick advice, maybe without fully grasping those pitfalls Sam Altman mentioned. Ash sounds really promising. But playing devil's advocate for a sec, isn't there still a risk, even with a purpose-built AI like Ash, or a risk of people maybe over-relying on it instead of, real human connection? Are there potential downsides or ethical things Ash is still figuring out as they grow?
That's a really good point, and it's definitely something the developers seem very aware of. Ash is explicitly designed with guardrails, supposedly, to lessen that over-reliance, that ability to know when to say, talk to someone real. That's apparently baked into its core programming.
Okay.
It's not meant to replace human therapists, more to augment support, especially for folks who might not easily access traditional care. The ethical questions are ongoing, naturally. Data privacy, responsible AI use, it's complex. But Ash's design intent seems to be steering users towards healthier coping overall, which often includes human interaction, not away from it. It's a tricky balance, but they seem to be trying to handle it carefully.
That's a fascinating look at how AI is being refined for something so personal, so human as mental health. But AI's influence, it's not just individual, right? It's reshaping whole industries, even global stuff.
Right.
Let's broaden our view a bit. Take a quick spin through what else is happening across the wider AI landscape.
Absolutely. And something that's finally landed, by the way. OpenAI confirmed their ChatGPT agent. It's now fully rolled out. All Plus Pro and Team users have it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, which means you can give ChatGPT these complex, multi-step tasks like tell it to research a topic, then outline it,
Yeah.
and then actually create a presentation from it. It's a real step up for just like daily productivity. Your chatbot becomes more of a digital assistant that actually does projects.
That is a big shift. Moving beyond just answering questions. And speaking of other models, for anyone using Claude, Anthropic just put out a quick video guide. It shows how to create pretty impressive infographics and designs right inside Claude itself.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it makes sophisticated creative stuff much more accessible for, regular users, not just graphic designers. Really lowers the barrier for making visuals.
Okay, and for something a bit more
Yeah.
fun. But also showing AI's creative power. Higgsfield AI developed this kind of wild browser extension. It's called Steal.
Yeah.
It literally lets you steal their word, any picture from the web, a fashion shot, art, a famous photo, and then apply its style or even its subject to your own AI self. Slight chuckle. So like if you loved that famous Afghan girl photo, you could theoretically generate a version of yourself in that exact style. It's powerful, almost whimsical, but it really highlights this explosion in personalized AI stuff.
That is kind of wild. The creative possibilities, and the ethical questions too, they just keep multiplying, don't they? Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting, I think, for the next generation. The first AI forward school is set to open in Plano, Texas this fall.
An AI school.
Yeah, but listen to this. It's not a typical school day. Students will apparently finish all their academics, math, history, science, in just 2 hours a day, using AI for personalized learning. The rest of their day. It's dedicated to building life skills, things like emotional intelligence, financial literacy, collaboration.
Wow.
It really flips the script on education, focusing on the human skills AI can't do.
And this next point really underlines AI's expanding economic impact. A new report from Lightcast, or the big labor market analytics firm, shows AI jobs are now paying about $18,000 more outside the traditional tech sectors.
$18K is more. Where?
We're talking roles in HR, marketing, education, even healthcare admin. More than half of all AI job listings are now outside of typical tech hubs or tech companies. It clearly signals that, AI literacy, AI skills, they're becoming essential everywhere, not just for coders.
That's a huge shift in the job market, really democratizing access to those higher-paying AI roles. On a totally different note, more geopolitical, the U.S. sent Ukraine 33,000 AI drone guidance systems.
Wow, 33,000.
Yeah, it's a $50 million deal. These are advanced modules meant to help drones track targets autonomously and maybe even intercept enemy drones. It's a very real-world application, obviously with massive implications. Shows how fast AI is moving from consumer tech into critical military strategy, really changing modern conflict and security.
Definitely. And just a few quick hits to round this out. Google's supposedly releasing its own vibe coding app soon, internally called Opal. Rumor is it helps you generate code based on natural language descriptions of the vibe you want.
A vibe coder. Okay.
Also, recent data from SimilarWeb confirmed ChatGPT is still crushing the chatbot market. Google's Bard is way behind at 8.7% share. And get this blast from the past. Elon Musk's X is reportedly planning to bring back Vine, the short video app.
No way, Vine.
Yeah, but crucially, in AI form. Suggests AI will be central to its creation and curation this time. And on the flip side, Amazon closed its Shanghai AI lab, seen mostly as cost cuts, but also maybe related to those U.S.-China tech tensions.
With just so many new tools popping up and the speed of change everywhere, I have to admit, I still wrestle sometimes with how to get exactly what I need from these complex AI models. There's definitely a bit of an art to it, isn't there? Feels like a constant learning curve, even when you're trying to stay on top of it. Sometimes I find myself getting that prompt drift thing where the AI starts to subtly go off track from what I originally wanted.
That's a real challenge, yeah. But okay, beyond all these specific headlines and tools, what's the common thread here? For the average person, the daily user, what's the big picture?
I think it's that AI is integrating into almost every part of our daily lives. often in ways we don't even fully realize yet. Okay, so if we try and connect all this to the bigger picture, one of the most exciting, maybe truly life-changing areas for AI is definitely in health, specifically cancer research. And this isn't just small steps. It feels like a paradigm shift.
Yeah, this is seriously groundbreaking news. Huge implications for personalized medicine. Scientists from the Technical University of Denmark have made this incredible breakthrough. AI can now design real, highly specific cancer-killing proteins in just weeks.
Weeks.
Weeks. This used to take years, maybe decades, using the old biotech methods. It's a massive acceleration.
And the how behind it is just as impressive, right? It's super fast, incredibly targeted. They're using these sophisticated AI systems like AlphaFold 2, that's the Google DeepMind AI that predicts protein shapes.
Right, the 3D structures.
Exactly. They use that to virtually predict and test these protein structures before they even get near a physical lab. So they can simulate how these proteins might work inside the body, check effectiveness, potential side effects, all without those expensive, super time-consuming physical experiments at first. It's like designing and testing a car in a simulation before you build the real thing.
And they're specifically creating these custom proteins called mini binders. Think of them as tiny, like, intelligent delivery systems, molecular guided missiles almost. These mini binders are designed to stick specifically to T cells, our immune defenders, and basically give them a GPS signal, a molecular beacon to find and kill cancer cells with amazing precision. So this raises a huge question. What does this speed and targeting really mean for the future of personalized medicine?
It feels like a complete revolution in how biotech works. Traditionally, designing and testing even one promising protein could take years. So much painstaking lab work, trial and error. With this new AI stack, they can go from the initial idea through AI design, virtual safety tests, and even lab validation for the best candidates, all in just a few weeks. The speed is just unheard of, collapses those drug discovery timelines.
Whoa, just imagine that future. Personalized medicine really taking off. You could potentially walk into a clinic, get your specific cancer markers sequenced, and then get your own custom immune protein designed by AI that same month. It's not just faster, it's incredibly precise, tailored to your unique cancer. That's truly life-changing potential, moving towards genuinely bespoke cancer treatments.
So what's the biggest takeaway then from AI's impact on this kind of vital research?
AI drastically speeds up personalized, targeted medical breakthroughs.
So as we start to wrap up this deep dive, we've really seen AI evolving right in front of us, haven't we? It's clearly moving from those very general tools like ChatGPT for conversation towards these highly specialized, hopefully safer, more nuanced applications like Ash for mental health.
Absolutely. And beyond that specific area, we've touched on AI's just pervasive influence across pretty much every sector, changing job markets, shaking up education models, getting embedded in our daily creative tools, our analytical tools. It's clear AI isn't just about automation anymore. It's profoundly augmenting what humans can do, accelerating discovery in fields like medicine in ways that were, frankly, unimaginable just a short time ago. It's not just faster, it's enabling fundamentally new things.
So thinking about all this, what does it mean for you personally listening to this? How do you think these specialized AIs, especially the ones moving into sensitive areas like mental health, how will they change how we interact with technology and maybe even how we interact with ourselves? What new responsibilities do we have as users in this changing landscape?
And just thinking about how fast all this is happening. What parts of society, what structures will need to adapt the quickest to keep pace? From education to healthcare, maybe even how we define work itself in this new AI-augmented world. These are pretty big questions for all of us to think about.
Powerful questions indeed. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today. We really encourage you to keep exploring these topics on your own.
Until next time.